have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
What's he got saying? Turn around. Or join them.
One time, stray dog.
You've got the instinct. Now, get the training.
No mess on me. 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 Grab the plate. No mess on me. Taste flavor. No mess on me. No mess on me. No mess on me.
Introducing the casino you love to hate, Mr. Q.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Wow. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Very, very special fight. This will be the 9th All-British World Heavyweight title fight. And some are saying this could be number 1 because it's puncher versus puncher. Fabio Wardley unbeaten, knocking everyone out. And Daniel Dubois, who in recent times has only lost to the great Alexander Usyk. The title also said one other thing as well. Did you see it? Don't blink.
Live and exclusive on DAZN.
The fight of the year, May 9th.
For the heavyweight title, Fabio Wardley. Daniel Dubois. Sensational.
2 knockout kings. One punch. One chance. One shot.
Just takes one shot.
Don't blink. Wardley versus Dubois, May 9th. Watch only on DAZN.
Versus Daniel Dubois is Don't Blink, and the press conference comes live from the Co-op Live here in Manchester. The 9th All-British Heavyweight World title fight between two guys that absolutely love to slug it out. Should be a great main event and a great undercard as well. We are 2 sleeps away. Formalities, as you guys know. The first formality is this, the press conference, where we are going to hear from both fighters and their team members. I feel like this one's going to get a bit tasty between the two. Let's welcome inside to our studio, as always, alongside, that was perfect time, wasn't it, Carl Frampton and Darren Barker. I'm excited by this one. You know, when they DAZN released the May schedule, and we saw it, some big names on there, right? Nakatani, Inoue, fantastic, Benavidez, Zerdo. This one, for me, was the hardest one to clearly pick a winner. This was one was like and ahhing all the time.
Yeah, I think so. I'm still not sure who wins the fight, and I don't think anyone can say with any sort of degree of certainty that who they think's going to win this fight. You can make an argument for both guys. Daniel, I think, has the best chance early in the fight. I think the later the fight goes on, Fabio has a better chance then, but I do not know. I just expect it to be an unbelievable fight.
It's quality. I mean, it's absolute carnage. Like you say, as soon as you see this on the schedule, wow, it's a blockbuster. It really is. You know, fair play to Fabio Wardley having this as his first defence. It's incredible. And there's loads of variables how this could be won and lost. You know, there's a lot of questions. Daniel Dubois, I would say, is the hardest puncher Fabio Wardley's been in with. You know, Daniel Dubois is up against someone who has no quit in them. Fabio Wardley will just keep going and going and going, and you put it all into a pot, it just comes out as a great recipe.
I spoke to Fabio a few weeks ago. We did a little sit-down interview, and I said to him, I was on BoxRec. This was just prior to the interview. And I said, according to BoxRec, you're number 2 of 1,635 heavyweights. I mean, in that list as well as Olympians, former world champions, guys that have been boxing since they were 4 or 5. And here you are, a guy that's been boxing since you were 20, and you're number 2 on that list. It's an incredible achievement.
It is an incredible achievement. See, to be honest, I think he's making a bit of a mockery of the sport. That, like, he's got to the top and he only started when he was 20. You know, guys like me started at 7, and that's why I had the career that I had, because I was so long in the game. But he never laced up a pair of gloves until he was 20 years old. 10 years later, he's a world champion.
Do you know what? I think sometimes, in some ways, that's helped him. You know, when you do have this amateur pedigree and you learn not to make mistakes, he sort of forgets about that and he just does him. He just commits to his own game plan, and I think that's what's made him so dangerous. This was a standout performance for Fabio Wardley. It was the first real big name, former world champion in Joe Parker. He never feels sorry for himself, does he, Fabio Wardley?
No.
You know, he could be losing on the card. We see that against Hooney, against Parker, but he just finds a way. The man's box office.
Yeah, and technically as well, he's getting better, isn't he? We're watching him, and for someone that took up the sport late, sometimes those things are obvious to see. You watch him, especially in that Joseph Parker fight where he's fighting on the back foot.
Yeah.
And he's slipping and he's sliding, and he almost seems like he is a veteran of the game now, who understands the fundamentals a bit better.
Yeah, but I think he is getting better. I think you're right and fair to say that. And as the level of opposition goes up, which it continues to do so, then he will continue to get better. I mean, you go from the Fraser-Clark fights to Hooney to Parker, and now Dubois. I mean, it's you could say Dubois and Joe Parker are probably similar sort of level, but what Darren said is absolutely correct. Nobody that Fabio Wardley has been in with has been able to punch as hard as Daniel Dubois yet. Now, he has a good chin. We've seen that tested time and time again, but getting hit by Daniel Dubois is a little bit different than getting hit by even Joseph Parker, who's a credible, fantastic world champion, former world champion. So we'll see. We'll learn a lot more about Fabio and how good his chin actually is on Saturday night.
Who do you rank higher personally, Daniel Dubois or Fabio Wardley?
You've got. I see. I always go back to the governing bodies. You know, if you've got a world title, then you have to be ranked higher. But with what Daniel's done in the past, I could see why people would have Daniel in front. I get it. It's just a brilliant fight for so many reasons. I mean, this was a massive one. I think majority.
He just came and, as you say, I think that's correct. A man possessed. He walked to the ring like a man possessed, and he's got that energy here fight week as well. I've seen him kind of go nose to nose with Fabio, and he's on it. Is Dubois ready to go?
He looks like he's ready to be let off the leash. That's the impression I get. He's someone who's busting to go and busting to fight, and you know, Daniel doesn't say much in the press conferences, and it's normally a similar sort of thing that he says all the time. But he just looks like he wants this and he wants to fight. But Fabio expects that. Fabio knows what they expect. I think the difference between this fight and the AJ win for Daniel is he wasn't expected to win this fight.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have Fabio win this fight. A lot of people have Daniel win this fight, but there's not many had Daniel. I think the majority thought that AJ was going to. So there was no pressure on him. This fight there is pressure because if he loses again, it's a difficult road to get back to the top, and how do you deal with that?
All right, that is a fantastic main event. It really is. Again, champion versus former champion. Daniel Dubois, the former IBF heavyweight champion. The current WBO heavyweight champion is Mr. Fabio Wardley. It's a fantastic card as well. Bakadir Jalalov will take on Argun Shmakici. Khalil Majid takes on Gavin Gwynn. Gavin Gwynn jumping up to 140 pounds. And I'm so happy to see this man on the card. We expected him a couple of weeks ago in Liverpool to take on Callum Smith. That is David Morrell. He takes on Zach Chelly. Morrell's only defeat is to David Benavidez, who he went toe-to-toe with, so that all of a sudden looks like not a bad defeat. Liam Cameron will take on Bradley Ray. Jack Rafferty moving up to 147, takes on Eko Usman. And Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois, the 9th All-British Heavyweight World title fight for the WBO title, is your main event from the Co-op Live here in Manchester. Look at Fabio Wardley there. He's lucky he's a heavyweight. Pulled my legs. I was about to turn around and chin him, but he's lucky he gets away with it. So many good fights on the undercard. In terms of your pick, Rafferty, Esserman, I mean, that's a great one, isn't it?
You look at them stylistically, it's going to gel, isn't it? You know, both like to be the boss. They like to be in control of the tempo. And I think a fight of this magnitude, being on this card, they're just going to lock horns centre of the ring, and it's going to be absolute bonkers.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the ideal kind of warm-up fight for the main fight. I mean, people are going to be in the arena, they're going to be buzzing, they're going to see two guys get just stuck into each other. We know how they box. Eko's got the engine, Jack Rafferty does too, and they just are aggressive fighters, always on the front foot. So great.
This was a cracker. This was a really good fight, and so was Eko Esserman against Cattrall.
Yes,
you know how well Jack Cattrall started, but Eko Esserman doing what he does best, just grew into the fight. You know, he got done in the end, but still, it's a brilliant matchup between two very good fighters.
And you almost forget Esserman's really good performance away from home. I say away from home, right? It was still in the UK, but when he went to Scotland to beat Josh Taylor, that was Josh Taylor's sort of coming out party at 147, and Esserman said, not on my watch. And he looked really good. And then obviously, as you mentioned, he gets the Jack Cattrall fight. But I think what he showed here as well is that he can be aggressive. He's happy to start on the front foot and continue. One thing we know about Esserman, Carl, is he can do this at 12.
Yeah, it's the engine. It's the perfect nickname for him, Eko the engine, and he just doesn't stop going forward, doesn't stop punching, high output, and it's sometimes people can't deal with it. And in this fight, Josh Taylor I don't think he could cope with the pressure from Eko, and obviously coming up on weight too.
How much were the Jack Cattrall defeat taken out of Esser? I mean, we were all ringside for that, and it was a bit of a beating. I mean, he took a lot of shots in there. Remember, the eye was really gruesome as well.
Do you know what? I thought he can take a lot away from that defeat, if I'm honest, because he really grew into the contest. As it got going, you know, he started finding a bit of momentum. So he strikes me as someone who's very naturally quite confident anyway. I don't think he'll be looking at that with too much bad feelings. I think he can just push on and do what he does best. The good thing with Eko is the more the fight progresses, the more he gets into it. So it might take him a few rounds, but you cannot sleep on that man.
I remember a few weeks ago thinking that this card had almost had the heart ripped out of it when we saw Jared Anderson versus Solomon Dakers off the card. All of a sudden, Jalalov gets added to the card, and David Morrell gets added to the card, who had that incredible fight against Benavidez 8-9 months ago. And all of a sudden, by the way, that defeat to Benavidez doesn't look bad anymore, because Benavidez is destroying everyone.
Absolutely. Dropped Benavidez, didn't he? This man is an absolute beat. He's so good. He's so quick. I mean, he's so spiteful. When he goes through the gears, he's an absolute pleasure to watch. You know, just Zach Chelly, who's capable, who can fight, but he's, that
was against Gatayev, that one. I remember doing that one in Queens. This was a tough fight for him. He found a way.
And do you know what as well? He's happy to get stuck in. You know, he can mix it up. Yeah, he can box lovely on the back foot, be the sharp counter puncher, sharpshooter, or he'll get stuck in.
Really good fight out there. Again, Zach Chelly, who is the current English light heavyweight champion, having moved up from super middleweight. It's a good opportunity for him to really impress in his new weight division. All right, the best way to watch all of these fights and so much more coming up. Obviously, we've got Alexander Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven. Eddie Hall takes on Tommy Fury, which is a crazy one. The best way is to sign up to DAZN Ultimate.
The first rule of DAZN Ultimate.
The first rule.
You do not pay-per-view.
You do not.
You do not pay-per-view.
Do not pay-per-view.
The Ultimate Fight Night is here.
Second rule, DAZN Ultimate is.
Second rule, you don't pay-per-view.
Because Ultimate gives you a minimum of 12 pay-per-view fights a year.
At no extra cost.
You do not pay-per-view. Join us ringside and welcome to DAZN Ultimate.
Yeah, so many big fights coming up your way. Obviously, this one on Saturday, Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Alexander Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven. We go to the pyramids in Egypt for that one. Great undercard as well. Hamza Shirez fights for a world title. We have Frank Sanchez versus Richard Torres. Eddie Hall versus Tommy Fury. Incredible matchup, that one. Eddie Hall, the former world's strongest man, takes on Tommy Fury, who's back in the ring. And arguably one of the fight cards of the year and the fights of the year. Xander Zayas takes on Boots Ennis, who's going for his first title in the 154-pound division. The best way and the most cost-saving way to watch all of those fights is to sign up to DAZN Ultimate. Just go to DAZN.com/boxing. All right, I can see Mr. Thomas Triber is ready in his nice grey suit. Let's throw over to one of the best MCs there is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Don't Blink. A great night of World Championship Boxing to be held this Saturday, May 9th, from Co-op Live in Manchester, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry in association with Platform Sports, along with their great sponsors, Mr. Q Casino, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, Fleximize, Riyadh Season, and Vow Nutrition. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a few reminders, ladies and gentlemen. Only a final few tickets remain, and you can get them via Ticketmaster. And remember, you can watch it live worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com. Our highly anticipated main event this Saturday, scheduled 12 rounds, and it'll be for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's now welcome first the challenger. From Greenwich, London, England, he has a professional record of 22 wins, 3 defeats. 21 of his 22 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the always dangerous former IBF heavyweight champion of the world, known as Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And now we welcome the defending world champion from Ipswich, England, undefeated, 20 wins, 1 draw, 19 of his 20 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the undefeated, hard-hitting, reigning, and defending WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Fabio Wardley. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. Adam Smith.
Thank you very much, Thomas. How excited are we all? A very warm welcome to the magnificent Co-op Live here in the fabulous sporting city of Manchester, and what a fight city it's been over the years. It's the heavyweight matchup of 2026. Queensberry presents live on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Don't blink. What a promotional title for this one. Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. I think it says down here 95% knockout ratio. Jeopardy everywhere. Thunderous KO power. Promoter Frank Warren, straight to you. You've seen so many heavyweight battles over the decades. Explosive all-British world encounters. I can't believe still that you have managed to make this, that Fabio and Daniel have signed, but we are, under 60 hours away from the first bell. Is it one of the greatest battles you've put together in this division?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. And thank you to DAZN, the home of heavyweight boxing, where all the big fights happen. Was it hard to put this together? No, it wasn't. I was actually quite shocked how easy it was. You've got in Fabio, the world champion, undefeated, no amateur experience, first fight back, first fight as a champion, first defence. I'll fight Daniel Dubois. I mean, most guys after winning the title, they're looking for what you would consider be an easier job. That's what he said. Daniel Dubois coming off a string of KO wins over, I think it's about 5 or 6 top 10 ranked fighters. Lost against Usyk. Again, not a comeback fight. Let's get straight back in the deep end. And these guys just said, that's what we want to do. And that's what they are. They're two tremendous fighting men. Tremendous fighting men. You know, you look at the level they fought at, none of them have gone backwards in any time. They've always gone to a tougher match or a top racing match. No easy jobs in between. And I take my hat off to them that they agreed to do this. This is a fabulous fight. Styles make fights. You know it's going to be a barn burner from the first bell. The way they walk forward, they're similar in as much that they both walk forward. They both are massive punchers, as I've just said. And you know you're going to be in for excitement. That's why we called it Don't Blink. Don't blink because this is good, has excitement and a great fight written all over it.
I couldn't agree with you more. I can't wait. Fabio, straight to you. People have questioned you over the years. White collar to world champion, a rocky story. Time and time again, you've proved them wrong. Adelaide, Clark, Hooney, and of course, Joseph Parker last time. Does this feel like your real world title fight against the most dangerous challenger that you could have picked?
Yeah, look, I treat all of my fights like they're a world title fight because, especially in this division, it takes one punch to change things, change the whole trajectory of your career. You could be up, you could be down all very quickly. So all of my fights were the biggest fights of my career going into them, and this is another one on the list. So I'm used to throwing myself in the deep end, used to picking the biggest, the toughest, whoever is out there, the best fight for me, and this is no different.
Daniel, you're younger, but you've got more experience at top level. 10 months on from Usyk at Wembley. How focused are you and how important is this night in your career?
Very focused, very dialed in. And, you know, I've been there before, so I'm on it, you know. And by the way, Fabio, I heard you call me the dustman, and I'm going to collect the trash, boy. I'm going to collect that trash. I'm going to collect that trash. Nah, it's disrespect, so I'm going to put it right in the ring, boy. I'm going to put it right in the ring. Nah, mate. Nah, I heard what you said. I'm going to bust his bubble anyway. That's what I got to do.
Fabio, pick up your mic and reply to Daniel so we can all hear.
I wasn't particularly sure what he said. I didn't call him what did you say, dust man? I didn't call you the dust man. Someone asked me what you might have as a job, and I said, might be a bin man. There was nothing negative with that. Don't let other people get in your head and tell you what it comes across like.
I heard what you said.
You didn't hear what I said.
You said.
You didn't hear what I said because you don't run your own social media.
All right, I heard.
So you didn't hear it. You let other people talk to you and tell you what you should be like. And it wasn't like that. I just got asked what job you might have, and I said a bin man. I didn't say it was a bad job.
You've got to have customer service.
Daniel, have you been rattled at all?
Not at all. I love this fight. This is the world title fight.
Not at all. Not
100% ready.
He's cool as a cucumber, Adam. Look at him. He's chilled.
I want to get to the media to ask a few questions before we go back to the boys. Who wants to kick us off?
Fabio, about 10 years ago, without experience, without much training, you used to go to London to spar Dillian White, Derek Chisora, Richard Riakporhe, no fear. Now you have belts and money and a profile and an unbeaten record, and you're fighting Daniel Dubois. I wonder if you can compare 10 years apart those feelings and which is maybe a bit more scary.
Yeah, it's been a wild 10 years. It's been a roller coaster and on an upward trajectory, and things have been going at a high pace. But I came into boxing the same way you see me now, was just throwing myself in at the deep end. Jumping in with guys like Derek Chisora, like Dillian White, like Richard Rapport, who have wealths of bags and bags more of experience than me. And me knowing that if I want to compete at the top level, I need to try and catch them boys up as quick as possible. And the best way to do that was to jump down in the ring with them and spar and get all the experience I could. And I haven't changed that perspective, that outlook. Is just, I take it from sparring or I take it into my fights professionally. I want the biggest and best tests out there. Yeah, I did hear that. Derek said I had a screw loose. It kind of takes one to know one, I think. So I'll take it's a compliment from him, I think, because I think he's one of the people we put at the top of that list. So maybe I'm a close second behind him, but I'll take it. And don't get me wrong, I think most of us who are in this job, we're missing a few marbles. So maybe me and him are missing more than most.
Fabio, hello. Nice to obviously see what you've done with the boxing from the white collar to now. What would you say is the biggest difference between white collar boxing and professional, and what have you had to adjust to the most?
Yeah, where do you want to start? There's huge amount of differences between white collar and professional boxing. I'm sure there is huge differences between amateur to professional as well. So that list is endless. It's just about being malleable, adjusting to the big nights, the big occasions, and not letting it all kind of build up and get to you more. Those white collar shows are obviously small scale when you compare them to something like this. Yeah, Eric Sutton, former white collar opponent of mine. Come on.
My questions for both the main event. What would you say the greatest strength and the biggest weakness of your opponent is?
Do you know what? I think there may be two in the same. I think there might be mentality on both. I think sometimes you've seen in Daniel's fights, he's proven to be very durable, strong, mentally resilient, and I think in other fights, you've seen that lacking. So, for whatever reason, whether that be lacking confidence in training or the team around you haven't done the right job or whatever it be, it depends what Daniel turns up on the night. I think that can be a flip of a coin sometimes.
No comment. I'm there to show my pedigree, and there's levels to this.
Georgia for boxing now. Fabio, over here. When it comes to belief, what do you believe is the major difference between your mindset and Daniel's mindset, and why you believe you'll get the job done Saturday?
I believe that irrespective of pedigree, history, experience, me going into a fight, I believe that I can beat him regardless. Losing a round, losing all the rounds, whatever else, it doesn't matter what's going on in that fight. That faith, that belief in me is unwavering. It doesn't matter what circumstance happens before. It doesn't matter what's been going on in the fight. I'll always have 100% confidence that I can get my opponent out of there and I can get the win, like I've proven time and time again.
Hello, this is Matt Ashby for DAZN News. It's a question for Don Charles. I heard an interview earlier this week that you said what you've been teaching Daniel, early on when you two linked up as a partnership is only just coming through now. Are we close to seeing Daniel at his peak?
Yeah, you could say that. I'm not exempt. Literally, everyone in the industry, every coach will say the same thing. Like, when you teach somebody a skill, a new set of skills, it takes time to get into their system, where they then start to do it naturally. That's what I was meaning by that.
Question for Fabio. The fight against Joe was worthy of a world title fight, but you obviously got elevated afterwards. I wonder, having not defended and won it in the ring yet, is there added, pressure or importance to you personally to have that moment to have your arm raised in the ring on Saturday?
Yeah, it's not pressure, but it is important to me, definitely. Look, as fighters, as boxers, we all have this kind of fairy tale or dream or picture perfect kind of scene of how it's all going to look when you win a world title. And mine looked a bit different kind of to the way I envisioned it. So not being able to hear and the new on the night and have the belt kind of handed to me and announced over to me was I guess, bittersweet in a sense. I'm never going to cry about becoming a world champion and kind of how it was done. But yeah, Saturday night, I'll be able to kind of have the full bells and whistles with the show, and it won't be and the new, but it will be and still, and it will taste just as sweet.
Eamon Khan with Seconds Out. Question to Daniel, then maybe a reply from Fabio. Daniel, we've seen Fabio in numerous of his fights, the nose go and bust and bleed. Is that a target for you in this fight? And Fabio,
yeah,
it's obviously not 100%.
Every shot that lands, really, every shot that lands. I'm not looking for no particular target, but every shot that lands and to come away as the new champion.
Fabio, it's obviously not 100% coming into this fight. Is it something you have to tell referees, like if it goes, you know, I'm not hurt, and is there a way you have to specifically defend from that going and on the night?
Yeah, no one needs to worry about a little bit of blood. Like, it's all right. It's the game we're getting. Like, you get a few cuts, a few bruises, whatever else. Like, I've been in fights before. I've had cuts and whatever else. It's nothing new to me. So look, if it goes in this fight, then it goes. But no one panic. Don't worry. The situation's still under control.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV. This one's for Frank. Frank, I've heard you say a number of times that this fight is going to be the UK's version of Hagler and Hearns. Can we expect nothing more than a 3-round war here on Saturday night?
It's got fight written all over it, hasn't it? Their styles, the way they are. That's what everybody's buying into here. And it's not an old guy fighting a young guy. They're at their prime. These two guys have come through. They turned pro on the same day. They've got the same length of time in the business. This is quite unusual to happen at this stage of the game. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing fight. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere in the best venue in the country. It's just going to be something special. And I promote fights. I've promoted fights for nearly 49 years now. I've been doing it a long, long time. This fight excites me. This will be, I believe, fight of the year. It's a fantastic fight card, and this main event is something extra special, and I believe it'll be one of those fights that people will be speaking about in years to come.
Thanks very much. Great questions from all of you out there. Wow, professional on the same day, isn't it? Isn't it a wonderful path, this business, how they meet now, years later, two incredible fighters, incredible careers, but behind those are great teams, of course. Mike on this side, we've got Riz and Sam, and of course Don, who's already spoken on there. I just want to go to Riz Khan first of all. Riz, you've been there with Daniel through the highs and the lows. What have you seen differently in this build-up, maybe to before Usyk or even before that great run that Daniel had going into that fight?
Thanks, Adam. So I've been working with Daniel now for 2 years, and if I'm going to be totally honest, the 2 years I've seen a dedicated professional who's been completely on point with his training, with his diet, nutrition and everything else. So has there been a massive step up over the last few weeks? No, not a massive step up, because he's been a consummate professional. From the age of 8, this young man has been in the gym with his father, just developing as a talented athlete. And one of the questions which riles me, and I'm not sure why the media keep pushing on this angle of Daniel's temperament and his mindset. What I've seen is, over the last 5 years, he's lost to one generational great in Usyk. And before that, his only loss was when he had a broken eye socket. So when it comes to temperament, when it comes to that passion and drive, I can see Daniel going through the trenches anytime. So I think it'd be foolish for Team Wardley to underestimate. I think there's a weak chink in the armour for Daniel there. But when it comes to fight night on Saturday, you're going to see something which I've not really seen different over the last 2 years, which is a really dedicated, focused and talented fighter. And he's going to show, I think, the rest of the world he's ready to take more titles after this one.
Thanks, Riz. Mike, you were shaking your head during that. He is unpredictable, Daniel. You don't quite know what you're going to get at his very best. We know how dangerous he is. What are your thoughts about what he may bring into the ring and what you know Fabio can?
Yeah, so first I would just like to
touch on what Raj said there in terms of being a complete professional. There's loads of interviews that he's walked out of this week, and I don't class that as being a complete professional athlete. I know Raj has got a lot of experience in childcare previously, so I know him being a carer up here has probably helped him get over the line.
Michael, he's not come here for a circus on fight week. He's come here to fight. He's in the zone to fight.
He's not been professional throughout the week. Fabio's been professional. All of our obligations, we've turned up on time and we've done what is required. In terms of the fight, it's going to be an amazing fight whilst it lasts. I expect Daniel to be the warrior he is, but I just think that Fabio is the bigger, stronger man in the ring, and I think Fabio will stop him.
Sam, I want to bring you in here. What do you think about that, about Daniel walking out of a couple of interviews and the sort of, I guess, the days up to such an important night? What's your take on that?
Listen, you're not going to get a David A style sales pitch from Daniel Dubois, but you look at his heavyweight resume and it's arguably one of the best in the division, right? So what you will get is his part in, I believe, Fight of the Year on Saturday. That's what you're going to get. Violent performance from Daniel Dubois. He's not here to mess around. He's not here to... I mean, in the build-up, they've asked him some stupid questions. Like I say, you're not going to get those sales pitches from Daniel Dubois, but what you will get is a fantastic performance from him on Saturday night. A heavyweight world title winning performance from him on Saturday night. And before Michael interrupts, I just want to say, as I say, the whole card it's a stunning card.
It is.
From top to bottom. Like, as I say, from Majid against Gwyn, great fight. I respect all of Fabio's team. Got Rob sitting down there, I know really well. Yeah, I think he should be sat up here anyway to get his props. Lee Wiley over there, one of the best minds there is. Ben Davison, great trainer, great team. And all that really matters, and they say it's Rich probably coming for me to say this, but all that really matters is the two guys sat here to my right. You're going to get a stunning fight. So if you've not got a ticket, there's a few left. Tune into DAZN pay-per-view and buy the pay-per-view, because like what the title says there, don't blink. Great fight. Let's get it on.
Yeah, I don't think we can trust anything that Sam says. This is the same guy that called him a quitter previously. This is the same guy.
Michael, you're digging up old stuff, Michael. I saw you holding a camera yesterday at the thing. You can do everything. You're a Swiss Army knife. We all know how great you are. You've come in a lovely, snappy suit.
You said it.
Yeah, that's great. I've said a lot of things.
Daniel Dubois.
I've been in the game a lot longer than you,
Fabio
Michael. I've been in the game a lot longer. Listen, I've come in peace.
Get your license. You're not even a manager. You're not a boxing board control license.
Are you Fabio's manager? Are you Fabio's manager? Yes,
yes, I am.
Are you actually?
Yes, I am.
Are you 100%
yes,
certain?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, well, I've heard.
I have a boxing board of control license. Do you have one?
So what? You
don't have one.
Like one of those tariffs that put tickets on people's cars.
You've been in the game for 10 years.
You're a Swiss Army knife. You're a flag bearer, cameraman. You're a flag bearer. You're a kit bag holder.
And this is what crooks do when they get pulled out.
Listen, all that really matters is the fact that Daniel Dubois is going to win. I've got loads of respect for Fabio Wardley. I'm not going to dig him out. He deserves it.
You can't dig him out.
He deserved it. No, of course I would never dig him out.
It's impossible.
What I will dig out is that snappy
for a reason.
That snappy suit that you're wearing there.
Don't worry about my suit.
No, I will worry about it. I will worry about it. But listen, we'll come in peace. Daniel Dubois is going to win on Saturday night in devastating fashion. Yeah,
you come in war.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Don't worry about licenses. Don't worry about any of that. Tune into the fight. There's his own pay-per-view on Saturday night. Daniel Dubois is going to reclaim his belt. Two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Let's fucking have it.
See, look at the yes men.
But the passion, Mike.
Look at the passion's good, no? They're all screaming.
Hold that belt for him. Hold that belt for him on Saturday night, Michael. Hold that belt.
He walks
because that's the last belt you're going to hold.
And these bunch of yes men encourage him to walk out of.
No, it's not about this. It's about stupid questions. He got asked to cut vegetables. He got asked to cut cucumbers up in the build-up to the fight. What the fuck's that got to do with the fight? It's a heavyweight world title fight.
I don't respect anything this guy's got to say, because he's not a manager. He's a fraud.
Nor are you.
He's the same
Nor
one.
Are you. How many fighters have you got, Michael? I've been involved in 3 world title contests in the next 5 weeks. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you're a bag carrier, mate. You're a bag carrier.
And I guarantee
you're a bag carrier.
In the next few years, we're going to see him on a documentary. I guarantee you're going to see him on a documentary.
Fantastic. More documentaries.
Enough. Right. Sam Jones, in one sentence, how does Daniel Dubois win this fight?
Listen, again, what I will say again, look, Michael's desperate to say, look at the keys, I can see his bottom lip going blah, 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 like this. Don't worry, Daniel Dubois is going to win the heavyweight world title fight on Saturday by knockout. And then afterwards, me and Fabio are going to go for food and discuss Lord of the Rings, because that's what we like to do.
So, Mike, Sam has had respect for your fighter. You've got a lot of respect, I know, for Daniel Dubois. What happens on Saturday night?
He has to have respect for him. He doesn't have a choice. He has to have respect.
No, I've known Fabio a long time. I've got great respect for him.
On Saturday night,
great respect.
On Saturday night, what we see is Fabio retain his title.
How?
Whichever way he chooses. I believe in Fabio, and Fabio believes in himself.
Don Charles, you believe in Daniel Dubois. The band is back together. You had a fantastic run with him until the Usyk fight, but you're back together. How confident are you this time with him after the work he's done at the farm and the attitude he's got going in to try and become a two-time heavyweight champion of the world?
I've normally got a lot to say, but they've said it all. I believe in God first and foremost, and I believe in my fight. I always have done. And what this young man has achieved to date is remarkable. He's about to make another history on Saturday night, and I'll end up there.
Your man wins, and by knockout, do you think, Don?
Well, it says don't blink, and there's a reason for that title. They both hold equally the same knockout ratio, so it's highly unlikely that this fight is going the distance.
Before I go back to the boys, Frank, a final one from you. Yeah, look, don't blink. It's jeopardy. Anything could happen. It's as simple as that, isn't it?
All of those things and more. It's excitement. This is what heavyweight boxing's all about. The best fighting their best in their prime. Two of the biggest punchers in the division. What more do you want? Don't blink. It's going to be marvellous. It's going to be a fantastic night. Atmosphere, fight. Just be there and watch it. Watch it on the zone, or if you're here live, watch it. You're going to get entertained. It's going to be something extra, extra special.
Absolutely. To Daniel Dubois, this is your opportunity after the loss to Usyk to bounce straight back in a very, very dangerous fight. How and why do you become world champion again here in about 57 hours' time?
A win by any means necessary. That's it.
No doubts. Have you got a final message to Fabio?
No, I'm here for business. Let's fight.
Let's fight, Fabio Wardley. Saturday night, you retain that belt in front of you by what? Any means necessary?
No, by knockout. I'm more specific than that. I'm going to go in there the same way I go in all my fights, providing entertainment, value for money for the fans, and ultimately getting the win. And he is getting knocked out. I've done it to 95% of my other opponents, and he's just another one on the list for me to hurt. So I'm getting him out of there.
19 knockouts so far. It will be 20th, and it will be definitive.
Yeah, look, it's going to be over and out. He's going to be cleaned out. I'm going to clear him out. There's going to be no questions about it. There's going to be no if, buts, maybes. I'm going to land clean, land sharp, and get him out of there.
If you've got a final message to Daniel.
Look, I wish him all the best. I hope he's healthy. I hope he's happy. I hope everything's all good. I hope camp's gone well. I hope he's fresh. I hope he's in the shape of his life, because all them things are yeses for me. They're all ticks for me. I'm turning up in the best shape I've ever been in. So I hope you are, and let's get it on Saturday and have a good fight.
Absolutely. Don't blink. A little apology for some of the language earlier, but what an undercard battle we had between Mike and Sam. Plenty of passion all round this Co-op Live arena. And as the boys go for their head-to-head, 2 sleeps away from the biggest heavyweight clash of 2026, as Fabio Wardley defends his WBO crown against former world heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois. 40 knockouts between them. A stacked card too as well. Rafferty Esserman, Morel Chelly, Cameron Ray, Jalalov against Smakiji, Majid against Gwyn. One of the fight cards of 2026. And I tell you what, all of us at the Zone believe this is the heavyweight battle of the year. None of us can pick it. Don't know what you think. Get together, guys. Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois. This is real.
Ladies and gentlemen, live worldwide, exclusively on DAZN, it's Don't Blink, the main event. 12 rounds scheduled for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World. The challenger, Triple T, Daniel Dynamite Dubois versus the defending world champion, Fabio Wardley.
Here we go. This stare down, by the way, unless they break it up, will go on and on and on and on. I thought Fabio was very strong and assertive in his words there. There was no, whatever way it happens, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that's a man who now has a world championship belt across his arm. I feel like his confidence has gone through the roof now.
I love it. What a fight. I mean, yeah, really assertive there in his prediction, really saying, I'm going to stop him, I'm going to knock him out, and really means what he says. You know, the questions here that I can't wait to see is, how will Fabio react when he gets caught by Daniel Dubois, the biggest puncher he's been in with? Fabio Wardley, how would Daniel Dubois react when Fabio Wardley's in your face and he doesn't take a step back and he's constantly landing heavy blows? It's a tremendous fight for the WBO heavyweight title. Do not blink.
You know, we keep saying, like, how's Fabio going to react because Daniel is the toughest or hardest puncher he's ever been. Is Fabio not just the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division?
Yeah, potentially one of them. So that's another thing we have to weigh up for Daniel and how hard Fabio actually punches. But I mean, there's so much jeopardy on the line for both guys. Fabio, as a world champion, he wants to remain a world champion. He doesn't want to lose that title. But if Daniel loses this fight, it'll be the 4th loss of his career, which isn't ideal, and it may be a while again before he gets another crack at a world title. So jeopardy on the line for both guys, but that's what makes it an interesting fight.
I've always kind of sort of argued the case that David Benavidez is the most exciting pound-for-pound fighter in the world. In terms of value for money, Fabio can't be too far behind him. Like, whatever you're paying for your ticket, whatever you're paying to watch the fight, you just know that this man on your screen is going to give you value for money. He always does it, always.
Because he never feels sorry for himself, and he's always got that punch, he's always got that self-belief. And, you know, we were mentioning before about him still catching up, still learning on the job. If he can get that experience in line with his self-belief and never quit attitude, I mean, he's a handful for absolutely everybody. And look, he's going to want to do what Daniel Dubois done when he fought Anthony Joshua, when he was gifted or elevated to IBF world champion. He had to win his first defence. This man will want to do that as well. He'll want to get the win over Daniel Dubois Saturday night to really confirm himself as a world champion.
Yeah, there is blocking our camera there as well. Here we go, Saturday night, only a couple of sleeps away, and it is a big one, isn't it? The 9th all-British heavyweight showdown between Fabio Wardley, the current WBO heavyweight champion, and the former IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Dubois. And, by the way, stellar undercard, stacked with names you guys know. I mean, Rafferty versus Esserman's a great one. Liam Cameron versus Bradley Ray. David Morrell versus Zachary Jalalov's on the card as well. Majid versus Gwyn. It really is a stacked card, and it goes down live on DAZN on Saturday. Just go to DAZN.com/boxing to purchase it, or if you're one of the lucky ones to have a ticket, make sure you tune in on Saturday as well. Very, very quickly, who won that? If we're going to do a battle of who won the press, is it Fabio? Is it?
I guess so.
Or does Daniel not speaking help Daniel's cause?
But it's always like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's always the same. I don't think we was expecting anything different, to be honest.
Just so you know, Waddy, I absolutely despise it when people think a fight's won or lost on a scale or on a press conference or a stare down. It's all a lot of nonsense.
It is. The former world champion telling me that, so it is nonsense. The Cauldron tomorrow. Very quickly, we did it for Wilder Chisora. I can tell you now, this one's been upped a little bit as well. I can't reveal who's going to be in the middle between Fabio and Dubois, but it will be very, very interesting, and they will stir the pot. Whoever's in the middle in the Cauldron tomorrow, we are talking the weigh-in, it's going to stir the pot.
People can guess. Someone's going to stir the pot.
I don't think you can guess that.
Oh, absolutely, you can guess.
No, you say that because you know.
Well, I know, but I could have guessed.
I don't think you. Oh, that's going to be a nice piece of artwork that's been signed by both. I might try and nick that on the way out. But look, we are going to see you tomorrow for the weigh-in, and then we're going to see you on Saturday for fight night. I can't wait for it, guys. Honestly, it's going to be something special, isn't it?
Proper fight, this.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in to the presser, and we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, the weigh-ins tomorrow at 6 p.m. And the weigh-ins, if you're watching this and you're in Manchester area, the weigh-ins are open to the public as well. So 6 p.m. tomorrow. Can someone tell me in my ear where the weigh-ins are going to be?
There's the weigh-in, guys. Weigh-in.
It'll be nice Don't go, everyone is watching this. Where are the weigh-ins going to be? The bowlers. The bowlers. If you're in the Manchester area tomorrow, the bowlers, the weigh-in 6 p.m.
Get down to the bowlers.
Let's get ready to rumble! 1, 2! Fabio Wardley's done it! One thing I do not have to do is win fights.
This is my time. That's my redemption story.
First round destruction!
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
Rover, here, come here.
Oh. I'll be right back.
Good, Rover. Come on, sit. Okay, let's go home. Rover, stop. Rover, what are you doing? Rover, will you stop that? Rover, are you crazy? Oh, you stupid dog.
Sorry, where were we? You crazy dog.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hiya, can I get a Big Mac? 100% chicken breast, McCrispy sauce.
Don't betray me, Jane.
Ah!
Don't betray me.
Adam! Step away from the McCrispy.
But you always get the Big Mac.
Don't betray me.
The Big Mac. McCrispy! Can I get a McCrispy, please?
McCrispy? Introducing the casino you love to hate, Mr. Q.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event. Ronaldo with the shot. Let's go. One of the greats. Champions of the world.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Don't miss the biggest night in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
Ronaldo with a shot. Oh, it's got one of the greats. Champions of the world.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline. Watch out. Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on The Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Don't miss the biggest night in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
Ronaldo with a shot. Oh, it's got one of the greats. Champions of the world.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline. Watch out. Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on The Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set. Ball!